Oh, where is my chat? Where is my chat? Okay, okay. I'm actually not sure if I see everything in my chat again. Russ, James, good to see you folks. Please let me know if I'm live. I'm again not sure after all these settings for scheduled streams. Again, I'm not fully sure that everything works as expected, but I hope I'm live. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, it seems it's working, at least. Yeah, my chat plugins, I see everything. Probably. Yay! I'm live. Yeah, I've broken my my meter and bench power supply overlays, so probably I'll use a few minutes to try to get them back. By the way, Russ, let me see if it works. I hope it does. Does it? Hmm. Oh, yeah, it does. Cool. So, yeah, today I'm again in my environment, in my previous workplace, because as I said before, I'm planning to do some. Oh, I'm planning to do some series about building my new workbench. So I hope you don't mind, Russ, about that. So yeah, I'm planning to film some series about building my new workbench. So it will take a little bit of time. So probably one or two more streams I'll be in this setup. So yeah, and a lot of things happening outside of streaming, because I have new job starting with like middle April. So as I was doing some preparations to switch everything. Yeah, for now it doesn't have any audio. I think I'll come up with something. All these tools these days nowadays are pretty good. So we'll come up with something. And James also has his own command. I also built some videos for other folks, like for other YouTubers, but didn't add the comments, the proper comments, like for Nano or for a few other folks, for Indy, by the way. So yeah, maybe I'll even be able to do it during this stream. So what do we have now? Two cards from the previous stream, 3060 Ti, yeah, 3060 Ti and 3080 with that PVM controller. I found a donor to take the PVM controller from. Yeah, here it is. Damn, why I have such a big a delay? Give me a sec. Oh yeah. Now I see. Good. So yeah, the donor with the proper PVM controller for this board. I didn't have the opportunity to take it off this board, but yeah, it won't take a lot of time, so we'll do it quickly. With this board, we had a issue with memory. We've rebuilt the memory, we've replaced the memory, but it still had some issues. And my guess is that there is a broken solder joints under this GPU, under the core, according to everything we've seen, because like we have visual glitches and for one specific chip, and after rebuild and replace, some issues still persisted, and yeah, from at least from my experience, from what I've seen, it's most probably related to cracked solder joint. But anyway, I have like another card, either as a donor, a GPU donor, or we'll try to rebuild the GPU here, to rebuild the core, and we'll see if it helps or not. Anyway, I probably have another good GPU for this board if rebuild won't help. Or maybe we could also check the thermal image, because we had some like discrepancy for temperature throughout the phases. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I think we could start with this one, because there is much more probability that we will deal with it quickly. Just take this PVM off this board and put it here. Hopefully it will do the job. Let me put it away for now. Somewhere here. Cool. I actually want to grab some coffee. Maybe I will be able to do it. My hot mat. Let's quickly plug it in. Heat up the board and see. Yeah, I have new gloves from Mechanic. I actually like them. They are not like liquid proof, so only on the fingertips. But even here, I think they're not liquid proof. So not good for chemicals, but for general purpose work. Where is my power? Here's the power. For general purpose stuff, they are pretty good. So yeah, let's heat it up. Maybe I'll even... no, I'll leave it as is. I wanted to remove that bracket, but let it be. Hot air. Yeah, by the way, maybe I'll try to quickly adjust my meter. Okay, so I didn't turn it on. Come on, really? Not a problem. Maybe I'll even just start heating it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll probably just turn it over. Doesn't fit. That'll be just like this. It's not actually necessary to heat the board up. I just wanted to, give it as less thermal stress as possible, but I can do it even with just a pure hot air. Mhm. Not here, not there yet. Just a little bit of time. Yay, it's done. Hey James, good to see you. I know you were first already to put some message to the chat. But yeah, good to see you. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still in this older setup because yeah, I'm planning some videos on building my new workplace or workbench. So yeah, one or two more streams in this setup, and then we'll start doing some crazy stuff. Okay, microscope. Yeah, I actually got a new capture card for my microscope, which finally will give me 4K, like 2K for the stream, but it actually captures 4K now. Let me see. Should work. Yay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So this is our previous older one. Oh, okay. And this is our potentially replacement. So yeah, I'll quickly prepare it with lattice solder because I don't like using lead-free, even for these chips, be it BGA, be it just some kind of EVM controller or anything. Mm-hmm. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that image quality is nice. Yeah, I probably will play a little bit with color temperature and other stuff, but overall the quality is really good. I'll still work with my eyepieces because yeah, it's more convenient. I don't like working with digital microscope. I tried a few times, but yeah, it's a kind of a torture for me. Mhm. Wick, 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 wick. Is it clean? No, it's not clean. I'll cut it off. Nice, very good. Now a little bit of fresh leaded solder. And that's it. Where are my tweezers? Yeah, here they are. I actually use bevel, usually bevel tip for this kind of work, but yeah, I'm too lazy to swap the cartridges right now. Well, it should be enough. Maybe it's too much, but should be okay. Ah, I think that will be okay. Good. Now let's check the pads on the board itself. Mhm. Did I focus? Yay. Yeah, on this setup at least it's more convenient for me to adjust the focus because on this monitor I can see the entire picture. Before I should have raised my head. It wasn't that good. And here is the same thing. We should just add some leaded solder to make the process smoother. Oh, of course, when I work on BG on a board on PCB, I usually raise the temperature up a little bit. I had 320 right now. It's too low for PCB, for GPU PCB at least. Now I have 375. Should be good. Yeah, feels good. What the heck? Where is all the solder? Nice. Nice and shiny. Now I'll remove the excessive solder from the middle point, the ground pad, clean it up a little bit. Just like this, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, should be good. Let's clean it up and put a new PWM controller. Good. I'll use a Flux Plus, the thing which I use for BGA usually. For all of my hot air works, I usually use Flux Plus. Unfortunately, the package from RAF, Black Horse Repairs, with 2 tubes of his flux, I won't get them. I won't. They were returned to him by U.S. Post. I don't know what other details, but probably he will try to send it again. Let's see. Unfortunately. So where is pin 1? Pin 1 is here. As far as I can see. Cool. I use a lower temperature. When I was desoldering, I was using 375, and I will use 320 because it's a leaded solder with a lower airflow. 45% should be enough, I think. Oh, yeah, the thermal mass for this board is pretty high. It's going down. Not good. Not there yet. Just a little bit more temperature. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Stop it. Good. I will use a knife tip to just quickly go through the pins to ensure good connection. Slow. Hey man, good to see you. I can never catch you streaming actually. I was trying, but it's always either in the morning or sometime when I'm at work or do some stuff. I really want to see some of your streams. Maybe able to touch the pins. Give me a sec, I'll clean the tip. Yeah. Mhm. Yep, we are good. Yeah, actually, during the last few days, I was playing the PC game. I was really into it. It's a Pragmata, if you know. Damn, the game is amazing, just amazing. Really cool. Kind of old school shooter, this very solid story and some interesting mechanics, some kind of mix of cyberpunk, Atomic Heart, etc. But yeah, the game is amazing. Andy, good to see you. Hey man. Oh, I missed a little bit of chat. Hey, Andy. James, have you already used your comment? Yeah, I also have a comment for Andy, at least from what I see in this chat. It's not ready yet, but for James, for Russ, these comments are ready and working. Yeah, I'll put other folks as well. Yeah, for now it's not ready. Good evening from Switzerland. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you. I won't try to pronounce your nickname. Sorry, sorry, dude. I mean, it's just too long for me. Yeah, James. So let's let this baby cool down because supposedly it will work with this new PVM controller. Let's let it cool down. For now, I'll prepare the test bench, all the wires. All the wires, all the cables. Is it? Where's the cable? Oh, here it is. Ah, yeah, by the way, I didn't want to use a test bench. I just wanted to check with a bench power supply because we will see anyway if the phases are working. That's what we want to see, working phases. Come on, let me put it somewhere. Yeah, okay. Neat hot plate thing you got there. Yeah, that's a thing which is usually used by phone techs to separate the glass from the screen, from the broken screen. Yeah, it does 130 degrees, which is pretty enough for like kind of preheating when you work with soldering iron. Of course, it's not enough to desolder, for example, the GPU, the core, but yeah, for all kind of soldering with the soldering iron, it works pretty well. Gives you enough, compensation for thermal capacitive board. That's cool. Yeah, I also have some stuff for Andy, for Nano, for PCDD, for Mike. So yeah, for some guys at least whom I know already good enough. So let's check the temperature. I'm not fully sure if we are good. Hopefully we are. 47, good enough. Should be. Oh, let me also double check the pin 1 because sometimes. Yeah, it's okay. Let's see. I'll give it some power, and I want to see an where's my oscilloscope? Yeah, I want to see a PWM signal on these two phases. I think the bottom one was for memory, then 3 for MS VDD, and 3 here. So we were missing the PWM signal on this choke and this choke, these two phases. We didn't have any PWM signal there, so let's see if we have it now. Hopefully it will help us to get working. Working 3080. Let me catch up with the chats. Wiring harness for 12 volts. How you made it? Oh, that's a mess. It's actually just a few wires which go, to some. Just a piece of wire from riser. Just cut it, solder them both together. It's also fully handmade, like all these braids and everything. So yeah, just a handmade stuff. This one is a 12 volt high power connector. It's also 12 volts ground. That's it. Very simple thing, but yeah, I want to rebuild all of that. I want to have some probably bananas near my workplace, just plug in when I need, which are connected to my bench power supply, or potentially like switchable to test bench. I don't know, but anyway, this is a mess, and I want to do a proper wiring here. That's for sure. One wire shorter. Mm-hmm. 3x. Yeah, 3x actually with this wire, it's not possible. I very rarely have. I think that it's only EVGA, some 3090s had these three connectors. I have somewhere. I have a wire, just a typical Aliexpress power cable with cut wire, so I can connect it straight to these connectors, and that's it. But yeah, it's very, very rare when I have these cards, and I usually come up with something at least to test them. Yeah, high power connector, at least one I have. I know that there are cards with 2 high power connectors, so I didn't have these cards yet. Kingpin, yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. Where is my bench power supply? Okay, let's try. 2 amps, 12 volts. At least I see that 9 volts, 2 amps, we hit at least power limit, because before. Mm-hmm. Give me a second, folks. It's amazing. Coffee with something added. Cool. So as you can see, we have 9 volts and 2 amps, which is the limit. Before we had a 1.6 amps on this card, on this GPU, and I hope it means we have enough power can draw. Let me raise the limit to 3 amps, for example. The limit, yeah, I can see. Yeah, 2.7 is something I want to see, at least from this level, this kind of board. Let's see if we have a PWM signal. Okay. pretty weird. At least, yeah, we do have some kind of signal, but I'm not sure if it's good. On this base, it's okay. Let me put a heatsink and use an auto mode on the oscilloscope, because otherwise shows me some crap. So nice. Yeah, at least on this phase, I can see a proper PWM signal. So let me check the other MSVDD phases here. Yeah, it's okay on this side. On this side, though, I've seen some weird shape. Let me double check. Maybe I was doing something wrong. So this is the first one. Should be okay. Yeah, it's okay. And this one should also be okay. Yep, kinda. On this face, well, it's not okay. So on this side, one of these MSVDD phases is behaving a little bit weird. Oh, you couldn't probably see it because of the chat. Sorry. Let me show you this way. Reflections everywhere. Come on. So yeah, let's come again. So this is also not okay. I'd said this one is okay. This one is not very okay. And this one is missing. But at least we have a prop. No, we don't. Give me a sec. Could it be that we've lost DR MOS or something? It could be, actually. Maybe that's the reason why the VM controller died initially. Because right now we are hitting the limit again. Before we were sitting somewhere on 2.7. Now it's hitting the limit again on amps and currents. So we may actually have a dead DR MOS. I don't want to give it more than 3 amps because no. Let's check the voltages at least. I want to see an NV-VDD and MS-VDD. And MS-VDD we had some 0.6 before, which is not okay. And we didn't have NV-VDD at all. Now we probably will have a little bit higher of MS-VDD and something on an NV-VDD. Oh, give me a sec. Something is, yeah. .75. Actually, it's a proper MS-VDD voltage. What about NV-VDD? 0.75. So the voltages are there. One MS-VDD phase is working wrong. So it could potentially be dead DR MOS, or I'm not sure there were some power saving features to use part of the phases with this PWM controller, at least with NPS, for example, it could be the case, but with these, I'm not sure. So which one was it? I think this one. So I want to see a pin 1, what kind of PWM signal we receive from PWM controller on this phase. You won't probably see it, folks, for now. Sorry. I'll quickly... Oh, wait. One. This one. It's the first pin. Wait, what? Let me compare with other phase. Auto. Wait. Oh, then of course. This should be the first one. What am I doing? Okay, so I see the signal on this one. Let me compare it with this phase. Yeah, we have a PWM signal on this phase, but like coming from PWM controller, but nothing on the choke. Yeah. So obviously this DRMOS is dead and should be replaced, because if it receives the PWM signal and does not produce any output, it means it's dead. Or my white markers. Come on, what's wrong with you folks? Okay, whatever, I'll see it. Okay, good. So at least we're almost there. We see that it's turned off. We see that we have the proper voltages. It's just one phase is behaving incorrectly. We'll replace the DRMOS, and yeah, hopefully it will work. 3080 is a pretty good card. Yeah, we have a crack on PCB on this specific particular board, but maybe I'll just leave it for my kids' PC. I don't know. I don't want to sell with it, or I will have to open it and check how the repair was done, because I'm not sure I can trust these Chinese repair guys, especially considering that there is crack. Crack goes further. One cap is missing, so yeah. Anyway, let's make it work first, and then we'll see. So what kind of DRMOS we will need? Microscope. What was it? NCP 30 21 55. Let me find the datasheet for that. The DRMOS again. 30 21 55. $55 amps. Okay. What is it? A job. Come on. Go away. So 55 amps. I think I should have something for that current. For that current rating. What about the cars? Oh, yeah, still services. Do you mean about that situation with BHR Flux, which I won't receive at least? Yeah, yeah, it happens sometimes. He said that some of his fluxes just get back or returned by the post service. I don't know why. By the way, I think that this guy here, AL 00, is exactly what we are looking for. Let me double check. So is it 50 or 55? Oh, wait, what? No, 80 amps, really? Oh, I don't know, 50 amps, of course. Yeah, 50 amps a little bit too low. We will want 55 plus. 55. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I think I had some BL or BKCU or something. It should also work here. This. It's a SICK. I don't want to use SICK. AL. SICK again. Probably have some new. Let me check. Oh, BKUO. I think this one is 55 or 60 or something. BKUO U0. BKU. Let's see. 60 amps. Yeah, cool. So this guy here will work just fine. Let me quickly prepare it. I see it's cleaned or it's even new. Not new, of course. It's a new from Aliexpress. I think that it's one of these. It's one of those ICs I got from Aliexpress. You can see it's grinded, like they grind off the entire layer with all the solder and everything. But yeah, on this side you can see that it's far from being new. Like all these scratches. So it's definitely not new. Well, as they usually do, like 100% original, new, just buy it. That's it. They don't care. Oh yeah, of course. I want to prepare VIC. So where is my knife tip? 300 degrees. A little bit of flux and oh yeah, by the way, while I'm working on this DR mod, I'll plug in the heating mat, let the board preheat a little bit. Otherwise, it will be a tough job to replace that DR moss. Yeah, it's heating up. Okay. Now, Yeah, I think it's pretty much enough. I don't like these pins, these pads. A little bit more flux and more solder. What's wrong with that flux? It's running away. Is it better? Nice. Cool. So let's see. This one. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we have caps pretty close to this area. So, as usual, I'll use some foil to cover the caps from unnecessary heat. Should work. Should work. So I'll use 375 on my heat hot air station. $104, a little bit slow, but yeah, let's give it some time. Is it heating up at all? Yeah, it's heating up. 105, 106. Let's go. No dropped frames today. That's good. I actually like playing games from time to time. During the last half a year, probably didn't have enough opportunity to play computer games, but video games. But yeah, sometimes some stuff you just cannot miss. And Pragmata is one of these cases. One of those cases. I was playing Overwatch for a pretty long time actually. I like the game, but I cannot afford to play it anymore. It requires too much time to keep, your shape in good shape. Yeah, so we're pretty much there. 130. Let's try to solder that bad boy. Yeah, the picture is bluish actually. I have to try to adjust the color temperature on that camera. Otherwise it looks a little bit weird. I'll turn it this way so I could pick it with my tweezers like this. I hope it will go smooth. Let's try. So 100% like full airflow, 375. Oh, full flow is good, but the foil is trying to fly away. I think it's time to add some flux. Finalize the process. Should be enough, hopefully. A little bit more. Not there yet, but we are close. Oh, come on. Then I'll use another tweezers. A little bit. I'm not sure. Maybe it's welded on. I'm pretty sure the temperature is enough to take it off. To pump up a little bit. But that's weird. Maybe it's welded. Yeah, I can see that. You see, these solder balls come out, but I can't take it off. Probably just welded. Not good. Not good. Is it grinding time? And by the way, yeah, we've previously seen that this area was already worked on. Like these caps were already melted. So that's not me, guys. Don't think. But yeah, it seems that it's welded. What do you think? We should probably do some grinding. I don't want to overheat that area. Like, yeah, obviously this guy here was replaced before, according to these three melted guys. But this one, yeah, don't want to come off. So, what do you think? Should I use Kapton? Okay, let's do some grinding. I'll use some Kapton tape to cover the areas around the GR moss. Otherwise, all that metallic dust will get everywhere, and it will be pretty hard to remove. Of course, I will clean the boards in ultrasonic after that, but still, I don't want to have too much of a metallic dust all over the boards, under the chips and everywhere. So yeah, I'll use some Kapton tape to, or maybe just clear tape. I don't know. Let's see. Cover the caps, to cover chokes. Most probably it won't hold because of Well, maybe it kind of will. Yeah, I'm actually happy with that for now. Am I? Yeah. The board is hot. Kept on one stick. Good enough. No, I don't like that. Well, whatever. I'll clean the board after that. Let's quickly grind it. I'll turn off the preheater for now because it's not necessary to heat the bullet. Nope. Mm-hmm. So, what should I use for grinding? Let's see. What kind of grinding tip should I use? Something big first. Like this, maybe? Or this one. And this one to finalize. Ooh. Okay, let's do some dirty stuff. I hope noise cancellation plugin will deal with my grinding pen. So I'll remove the dust quickly. I don't actually want to desolder everything around. I'm afraid I'll have to because otherwise may damage, but if it's possible to leave these things in place, I'd be happy to leave them. Damn. I didn't unbox my hot tweezers yet, so it would be a little bit tricky to remove all of the stuff. Let's. Okay, yeah, let's probably remove. Otherwise, I'll just spend too much time. Maybe I'll try this diamond tip. If I'll be able to do it with a small diamond tip, then okay. If not, then I'll desolder everything around. Okay, and touch the board a little bit. I have to be more gentle. Yeah, it works, but not as good as I wanted. Yeah, it will require too much time. Probably I'll just desolder all the stuff around and then use a bigger tip. Yeah, let's desolder. Otherwise, yeah, it will take just too much time grinding with a small tip. Hey, 8-bit repair, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Yep, we do some grinding, some drilling. So we've replaced the PVM controller on this board. It works as expected, but one of DR MOS is dead. So other than that, all the phases have all the voltages are there. It's just one MOSFET. DR MOS receives the PVM signal from PVM controller, but nothing on its output. So yeah, let's quickly remove these small caps. Around the DR MOS 375. I should have used the preheater now. But, well, whatever. These are just caps. Hopefully they will go easily. No flux. I remember this one was pretty tough one to desolder. So let's see. Maybe I'll still need some hot air or something. Yeah, this one was easy. Stop, 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 stop. A bit too hot. I hope it survived. So let's see. Now this guy. A little bit more solder. Oh, yeah. I'll get dirty because of thermal paste. Let me clean up the thermal paste. I'll wipe it off. Nice. Oops. Oh, yeah, I see it. Flied away. But now I got it. Damn, it's stuck to my glove. Come on. Get off my glove. Yep. Now, what else? This one, of course, as well. Nice. And yeah, this one was a little bit tough to remove. Let's try. That's fine. That's fine. Probably I'll remove the resistor as well. That should be enough. These two won't be a problem, but this one can potentially be. will I be able to do it like this? Hopefully. I don't know. It's a ground pad, it seems. Right? The power pad, yeah. I'll pump it up a little bit, like 390. Maybe a little bit of hot air just to make sure that everything goes smooth. Like some 150 just to heat the boards around the thingy. Cold air. Mm-hmm. Not 150, but 180. Yeah, it should go easily now. Mm-hmm. Almost there. Come on. Come on. Yes. Now I'll grab it with my tweezers, and that's it. And we were done with it. Oh, it's already dissolved. Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, I think that it should be pretty much enough space to finish the grinding. Let me quickly clean it up, and then we can continue. Nice. I'll put a bigger stone back in my grinding pan. Not a pan, of course, but... By the way, I've ordered a new grinding pan from Mechanic. It should arrive probably in a week and a half. Let's see. Okay. Let's wipe it off. A lot of stuff. Yeah, now this side. Oh, damn it. By the way, as always, I forgot this one. I forgot the title. This is not Asus, of course. This is a Gigabyte Stability. Okay, let's get back to grinding. It's almost there. As soon as I get to the bottom layers, I'll try to get it off with a soldering iron. But yeah, a little bit more. Probably that's it for now. I'll clean it off. I'll wipe everything off, all the dust. And then I'll try soldering iron to remove all the solder pads, and maybe potentially desolder the main pads from the MOSFET itself, with the MOS itself. Let's see. Yeah, looks pretty. Damn it! Potentially I damaged one pad, but well, it's not a big deal. Or maybe not. Or maybe. No, it's fine. It's okay. Good. Let's try soldering iron now with a low melt. Oh, my heat pad, of course. This kind of work should be done with heat pad. Otherwise, even on high temp, it won't be able to desolder, and we can potentially damage the mask. So yeah, let's use preheater. Nice. So yeah, let it heat for now. I'll just drink my coffee. By the way, the grinder I use is not a grinder actually. Well, it's a grinder, but not a pan. this guy. I find it more convenient actually because the handle is pretty small comparing to something bigger. I actually have that grinding pen from my aunt probably. Give me a sec. But yeah, my aunt. But it had an issue. It had issue with the battery. It was a big bubble instead of battery at some point here, so I was barely able to disassemble the thing. I was afraid that something bad may happen, so I don't trust these things anymore. And well, additionally, you cannot properly center the tip because of these two screws from both sides. You either should spend a lot of time trying to align a perfectly centered tip, or just use another kind of locking mechanisms. For example, this one I like them more. So 94, we're almost there. It's just a sparkling water, guys. $100. Which tip should I use? I could probably go with a big one. It's a little bit too big. Okay, let's use just good old GBC one. Yeah, these tips are cool for finalizing the job. They're pretty fine, pretty smooth. Just polish, do some slight grinding, and that's it. For some serious stuff, you need either these diamond tips or some stone tips. When 130, almost 130. So yeah, let's try to add some flux, do some soldering with low melts. I really hope we won't have any burn damage on PCB. I hope it's just welded, welded pads. But let's see. I'll probably go with 400 because in this case we do not care much about the temperature. Of course, I want to keep as much mask as possible, but I want to heat this thing up. Usually these pads just go off easily, the smaller ones. With the bigger one, it can be a little bit trickier. Let's see if it's the case. Yay! It went off. Okay, what else? What else? Will it go off? Nice. This one came off. So I'm not that sure about this one. Probably you will need to, you'll have to heat it up with a hot air, or maybe not. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's better than I thought. We will be able to keep probably that area intact almost. Mm-hmm. Nice, 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 nice. It went off completely. Cool. It's better than I thought. Yeah, of course, after that kind of grinding, we'll have to clean it up properly in ultrasonic, in all the liquids. But other than that, I see no major issues. That's good. I lower the temp now to 380 while I'm cleaning up with a wick. Yeah, it seems that it was a very, very slight, welding. Mm, add a little bit of leaded solder because low melt uh, not that comfortable to work with. As soon as we are done with what we wanted to do, then we can just leaded solder to go through these pads. Maybe I'll add some fresh flux. Then I'll clean it up finally with a wick to get a clean pads, clean and shiny. Yeah, the PCB is looking pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. Looks cool. I want to touch all the pads where low melt actually was. Clean them properly. Yeah, it's good. Now I'll use Q-tip to remove some residues, and then we'll try to wick it. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Pretty good. Yeah, the mask was damaged a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, there are so few people who repair a GPU and stream it. I started looking at the GPU repairs myself. Yeah, GPU repair is actually a pretty cool hobby, pretty good relaxation, at least for me. I just after my work, I sit down, I do some soldering, I do some repairs, some dead boards, start working again. So yeah, it's cool. And some additional money as well. Why not? I'm waiting for a call actually. Plumber guy should arrive to clean out that septic box or barrel. So for some reason he's not calling. I hope he will arrive today. Well, yeah. Anyway, let's add some flux. Let's try to wick it off, clean it up properly. Practically for 9 months. First, I had to build my workbench. By the way, about building the workbench, I'm about to start a series about building a workplace, a workbench. That's something I want to do myself. Like I have the workbench right now, but I don't like the. It's not suitable for streaming. Then what's with the temperature? for streaming. So I want to move my workbench to another place, to another wall, and redo all the wiring, all the tools. Yeah, what's wrong with it? Come on, should I add some heat or low melt? So yeah, hopefully I'll soon do a series about building the workbench. So if it's interesting for you, then yeah, something to wait for. 400. Yeah, GPUs are thermal mass for GPU PCBs is damn very high. Sometimes it just don't want to read properly. Yeah, I don't want to add more temperature actually for my soldering iron. It's a 400 degrees already and GBC tip, so otherwise I'll just damage the mask. Science. Hey man! Watching and wondering, what are you actually doing here? GDDR and GPU repairs are clear BIOS, but not this one. Yeah, actually, I was grinding away one of the DR moss because I've tried to remove it using the hot air. The temperature was pretty high, and I wasn't able to remove it. So there was a pretty high risk that it's welded to the board, to the PCB, to the traces. I've decided to grind it away, to grind it off, just to be on a safe side, without overheating everything. And yeah, it looks like it's more or less okay. A little bit of trace the mask damage, but manageable. I have more of a fun. L shape now. It gives lots more space. Yeah, I actually was thinking about the L shape because the new place is right next, like right next to me. So I'm sitting here. The new place will be here. So it's a L shape. I have two walls available, and yeah, I hope to use them as much as possible for everything because having a shelf not as good as I want. I don't have enough place to put more monitors, everything, and some tools on the shelf not as good. I want a deeper bench top, but without a shelf, with monitors and everything. Coincidence, I'm in the process of building my new workbench. 85% there. Cool. Do you have any advices maybe, or from your mistakes or something to avoid? Would be nice to hear. Useful. Okay, so let me clean the rest of these pads. I hope temperature will be enough. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of hot air, just warm it up, the board with I don't know, like 250 to 30. Let it be to 30. 100% airflow, just to quickly give it some heat. Just a little bit. Yeah, I think should be enough. Let's quickly use the wick to remove everything that's left. Yeah, much easier. Damn, still not as good. But other than that, all the pads are almost clean. The big one, I won't touch it anymore. I'll just add some solder, like leaded solder. After I'll finish with cleaning everything up, and that's it. Should be pretty enough to solder an UDR MOS. Solder it down. This one is good. This one is good. Few here. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy with this. Let's clean it up. My next bigger project is build my PGA workstation, the air thermal elements and PID controller heavily. Yeah, that's actually a good thing to have. As you can see, oh, you can't. Why? What's wrong? Oh yeah, I know what's wrong. Damn it. Let's try again. Give me a sec. PGA station. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is. So you see, it's also my DIY like infrared station, 2 elements with a additional controller, not the PID controller, just a regulator. That's it, current regulator. But it works like a shard. Well, yeah, you have to control the temperature manually, but yeah, I want to get a proper preheater with thermal control to use thermal profiles. But when you know your stuff, when you know your tools, you can do pretty much anything. It's more about the convenience. Good luck in bringing it back to life. So other repair guys, they're to explain things for people who is not on that deep level. Yeah, actually, I will try to explain more because I know that sometimes I'm more or less good with that. Sometimes I forget to explain enough. But yeah, I'll try to to give more explanations. Yeah, James, I actually used it once or twice on streams when we were reballing the memory on that same 3060 board which we have for today. I hope we'll get to it. So yeah, it works well. Works good. NVR GPU solutions. It's not easy. As a German-speaking guy, that'll be so I learned so much. Yeah, NVR is pretty experienced. One of the biggest probably YouTubers related to GPU repair from that area. So yeah, something to learn from him definitely. He's not that, deep with explanations. He just does some repairs. He just gives some tips, but not much of a learning materials from his side, I'd say. And yeah, when it comes to live streaming, I think that there is not much people streaming GPU repair specifically. It's Gozy, it's me, it's a few other folks, but pretty rare occasions. So yeah, hopefully it will be more GPU repairs live. Thomas McWake is from Germany. He's doing Mac repairs. Okay. By the way, Chris, if you know the guy from Germany who did a lot of GPU repairs before, and I believe he still does, but yeah, now he removed all his videos, as far as I know, from his channel on repairs, like sells stuff online, like chips, chemicals, and everything. But yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't do any repair videos anymore. It is what it is. Yeah, crucifix. I get my flux actually from him, but unfortunately, right now he does not has any Flux Plus available in stock, which I use for BGA, and I am almost out of it actually. I think that like some 10 reballs, and that's it. I hope he will get his stock full soon. Maybe I'll take more than like few tubes. Okay, let's get back to our big guy. Let's quickly tin the pads with some leaded solder. And yeah, hopefully it will work. I'll probably be tinning with using hot air, the help of hot air, because yeah, the thermal mass of this PCB is just too much. For my tip, I want to get some GBC knives, proper GBC knives, because right now I only have one GBC tip, and it's not very good for working on PCBs. It's more like work with SMDs, with some chokes and everything, but not with pads. So I want to get few GBC knife tips, and then I hope it will be much better and convenient to work on PCBs, on traces, on bigger pads, on ground pads and everything. So yeah, in a few days I'll probably get 2 tips. Okay. Soldering on has done very nice GPU reviews with memory upgrade. Yeah, memory upgrade. Well, actually, unfortunately, I do not have many requests for memory upgrades. Otherwise, I'd be glad to do it. But yeah, it's a good thing. Okay, hot air to 280, 40% airflow. Let's quickly tin the pads. Yeah, some pads a little bit damaged mask, but that's not a problem. Oh, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. I'll have to remove it. There. Yeah, nice. Oh. These on the side. Yeah, that's good. Now we'll remove that bubble from the pads, from smaller pads, and that's it. Yeah, we are good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's clean it up. Let's put a new DRMOS on, solder it down, and it should work. It should work. Yeah, I think we're good. So, where is the new DRMOS? Here it is. Good. Let's put it here for now. I hope it won't fly away. No, let's put somewhere here. Let's put some foil on to not melt the cups. Like this. Good. Should I put the caps around the DRMOS right now or later? Yeah, I'll probably do it later. Not a big deal. 48 gigs. He did the 1590 with cracked PCB as well. Yeah, I like actually quick repairs. I had a few very interesting cases like before I was even recording some stuff for YouTube and streaming. But yeah, crack repairs are very interesting. I like them. So let's no flux for now. I want to heat up the board first, then I'll add flux, and then I'll put new DRMOS. 375 for lattice solder. It should be good enough. So let's heat up the board. I think it's pretty enough. Let's add some flux. Let's put the chip on, and let's hope for the best. Yeah, it's smoking, so the temperature is there. So I align the chip properly. Should be like this. Please don't fly away. Just a little bit to align it properly, and that's it. Yay, we're good. We are pretty good. Nice. I'll quickly go with a soldering iron from all sides. Well, probably from this side mainly, because on this side I see that the soldering is pretty good. We have all the connections. For sure. Yeah, I'll leave 390 for now on my soldering iron. I hope I'll be able to touch it with that angle. Not sure, but oh, I should have some hot air because the thermal mass is insane. I'll use a lower temperature, 320, with a 45 air speed. So yeah, let's quickly touch pads. Yeah, cool. Looks good. Looks awesome. And from the other side. What's wrong with the focus? Like this. Nice. Late fork. Hit the big seat hail. Hi, dude. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, feel free. Feel free to sit on the back side. So, yeah, we're good here as well. I'll probably go on that side as well. I'm not fully sure about the well. Yeah, I'm not fully sure about the last pin. So just to be on a safe side, let's quickly go there as well. I'll take some solder in my iron, and here we go. Yeah, these caps, you can get there. Oh, I can. Nice. I've touched all the contacts, all the pads. This side was okay. This side was okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Now we should put back all the little caps which I removed. when I was grinding off the DR moss. So yeah, let's quickly put them back. Let me rotate it, something like this. Mm-hmm. Nice, nice, nice and clean. Nice and shiny. Okay. So small caps, a resistor. Let's quickly put them back. And we are done here. I'm actually not sure that I'll be able to touch that 3060 today. It's almost 2 hours already. And I would like to keep like 3 to 4 hours. But yeah, let's see. What should I start with? Probably with this small cap. Here. Here. And 375 on my soldering iron. So where is the resistor? Oh, no, the cap. Here is the cap. In case of this cap, I won't be able to do it with one go. I'll have to use hot air because this side is very, very heat capacitive. So yeah, without hot air, it won't be possible to have a good connection. It will be a cold connection otherwise, cold soldering. Oh, it's too much, but okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's good. So on other side, I'll use a hot air and a knife tip, but later. For now, I want to put a resistor. Where's the guy? Here's the guy. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, one more cap here. Like this. I should probably switch to a knife tip. With this tip, it's not that convenient to get there. Pretty tight space, you know? Come on. Why is there so much flux? Okay. I'll take more solder. 1 second. Yeah, it should be okay. Yeah, nice. Okay. So yeah, I'll put all of these caps on one leg, and then I'll finish the job with a little bit of hot air. Okay. So which pad should I use? I'll probably put it on this pad. Ah, come on. Why is there so many flux from this side range? But anyway. Let me turn the boards. Something like this. So where's the cap? Yeah, here it is. Hey, get off. Cool. How should I turn the board? Give me a sec. Maybe like this. Yeah, cool. Yeah, James. I was actually already almost ready to unbox them, but I had to finish one video, which will come out probably tomorrow if I'll be able to finish the finish the rendering today. Then yeah, after that, the next one will be about the hot wizards for sure because I need them. I want them. Okay. What else? The last one is right above the GPU. Well, not GPU, but DRMOS. A little bit of flux, please. Yeah, thank you. Where's the guy? Let me find it. Here it is. From which side? Yeah, I'll turn the board again because each pad is a challenge. Like this, I suppose. Yeah, should be okay. Oh, and I have some solder there. What's wrong? I'll take a little bit more. Yes, good. Now let's solder it on. Solder it down. Cool. I think we're good. So now I'll get my hot air station. I'll add some hot air and we'll try to finalize all the connections. I'll do some 250 with 50% air. And then let's go. I'm almost sure I won't melt any plastic because 250 is pretty low temperature. Plastic should handle it just fine, but I'll still try to be quick. Damn, that point is tricky to get there. Maybe I should have done it before the cap. Oh yeah, it steams. Okay. Ouch. Yeah. Still not good. And now it's soldered to both resistor and its pad, right? Okay, at least we've removed it. Will I be able to solder it down to this pad until it's hot? Well, it's hot. Because it's a pretty thermal capacitive pad there. Damn, what's wrong? Too much solder. Let's quickly remove that thing, and then I'll finalize with hot air when all the connections will be completed. Nice. Nice and shiny. Do we have a connection on this side? Let me double check. I'm not fully sure, just to confirm. Yeah, we do. Okay, so all the other connections now. Probably they don't require hot air because it was only one capacitor, which is really thermal capacitor, you know. Other ones should go fine. Yay! Pretty easy. Please. Yeah, I have a connection. Here as well. Yeah, here as well. So yeah, we are done basically. Let me clean a little bit up here. And maybe here as well. Oh yeah, this point was pretty thermal capacitive. So okay, yeah, we are good. Cool, let's clean it up and try to power it on. Hopefully it will help. Hopefully it will work. BMC, hey man, good to see you. We have BMC here, we have Altachik here, so the guys, you know each other. Oh, damn, I touched a little bit the RMOS. Well, nothing bad with it actually, not looking that good now, but it won't affect its functionality. I would like to give it some hot air to just align all these caps and resistors properly. But I first want to understand. I first want to know that the card is working fine. HMC, hey man, good to see you. So you were live and figured I'd jump and see how you were doing. Can't stay long. Yeah. Feel free to stay as long as you wish. We are continuing that 3080 and 3060. For now, it's just a 3080. We've replaced the EVM controller from the previous stream. It works. It gives us the necessary EVM signals on 2 phases, which were missing before. But one of these phases have a dead DRMOS head, at least. We've just replaced it. And hopefully we are done with it. It should work, I hope. Yep, BMC, Psyhenge is Altachik. So yeah. Just for you guys to know, DMC and Psyhenge are guys from my city, my good friends. So yeah. What's the temperature? I hope we'll be able to test it soon. 67. Well, it's actually pretty okay, because you know when GPU is working hard, when you play some game, you may get even higher temperatures in that zone via RAM. So we basically can try to test it already. Let's take our ugly wires. I promise, on my new workbench, I'll definitely put proper wiring for these testing purposes. That's for sure. Because this is mess. Okay, I'll probably limit the current right now because just to be sure, you know, when I'm giving the power for the first time after repair, I like to give a little bit less So let's try 2 amps for now to just see that we won't catch any fire here. Okay, so we have 9 volts and 3 amp current limit. So it means it's pulling the current. Let's where is my oscilloscope? Yeah, here it is. I want to quickly check the waveform. Yeah, maybe for that phase. If we will get at least anything, it will mean that. Oh yeah, we have something at least. Cool. Let's put a heatsink. Let's increase our current limit. And it seems to me that we are good. We might have a fix. Okay. Now let's increase the current limit to 4. Right. Yeah, let's try it out. Yay! We have a proper signal on this phase. Yes, on this phase. Yeah, now this phase looks good as well, because before it had a little bit wrong shape on the end because of this phase, probably, obviously. So yeah, right now I see no issues, at least from the power side, and it should probably work. What current do most powerful GPU take when there is no load under bench testing? What current do you mean, James? It depends. For example, for some higher 40 series NVIDIA, you should apply pretty high current to just start the power system, like 4 amps. It won't draw that much during the boot, but still it requires a lot of power just to initialize properly, as far as I remember. So yeah, sometimes it's a little bit high. Should I use to clean it up? Yeah, I should have probably just leave it as is, because I want to now plug it to my test bench and see if we have a picture. This one stays here. That's life. Yeah, that's life. My kids should also go to bed pretty soon. Wow, these wires is a mess. Good. Where's my riser? Yeah, here it is. So we plugged in. Mm-hmm. 1, 2. Should be hopefully enough. Yes. Okay, so where's my big daddy cooler? Here it is. Should I use some plastic? I'll use my screwdriver as always. Okay. I hope it works. HDMI wire, HDMI cable. Let's plug that baby in. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Three amps. Yeah, for most cases, like 3 amps is pretty enough. I think that for all the 30 series and below, 3 amps is pretty enough to initialize, to start, and to even run some, no, test probably not, but... Oh, what is it? What is the sound? Ooh, Psy-Inch. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the tip, dude. Yeah, I should use some animation, some proper animation. Just for now, it's just a typical, you know, basic Streamlabs animation. I should put something more interesting there. But I'm on it. I've already added some comments with for you know, some good folks from repair community, and I have a lot of animations for other folks, like JFX, for example. JFX, if you don't mind. Oh, it's Twitch, why Twitch? So yeah, a lot more to come, a lot more interactions, including some specific interactions for members. So yeah, I have a lot of good, interesting plans. So let's try to. Oh, my fume extractor still works. This noise is something. So let's try to power it on and see if we have a picture. I'm not sure which GPU will be used right now. Will it be the onboard or the external one? It tries to boot the onboard. No picture, so probably it's set right now to the external one. Let me switch the HDMI switch. So, will we see the picture now? Yes, I see the picture, but I'm not sure why my capture card shows nothing. Give me a second, guys. Because I see the picture on my monitor. Let me turn it off. Let me check the scene with my test PC, because I replaced the capture card for my microscope, and it was connected with some magic with that capture card previous. So yeah, let me quickly. Yeah, now I get it. Why it's not working? Give me a second. Video capture device. It should be HD 60, yes. Okay, under these. Oof, cool. Let me turn it on again, and you will probably see a picture as well. Yay! Yeah. Cool, it's working. So this 3080 is working. That's basically everything I wanted to see. Let's quickly boot into Windows. Let's see if we will be able to install the drivers. Like, the memory is okay, the memory is fine. We'll try to run the full mark just quickly for a few seconds to ensure that it's working. And yeah, nice. But yeah, this particular board requires a lot of work still. I'll show you after, because someone maybe didn't see it on previous stream. The state of this board, which was bought originally from Aliexpress, or I don't know, some Chinese marketplace. Because yeah, the state of this board is just amazing. HMCs, thank you, dude, thank you, my friend, for popping in. I was glad to see you. So yeah, feel free to catch up. My videos, my recordings are available on YouTube. So yeah, thanks for popping in. Oh, Kim, hey dude, I've missed you're here. Cool. Yeah, some more animations coming. I hope it will be a lot. I have already for Andy, for Nano, for Mike, for someone else. Can't remember already, but yeah. For Ace as well. So I'll have to set up the commands. But yeah, I already did some. So what's with our drive? Device manager. Come on, please install the driver already. Oh, I missed. Nice gloves, by the way, not those Black Nightmare ones. Worked a few days back with them. So easy to cut them. Yeah, if you mean these nitrile black gloves, well, yeah, they are better for chemicals, because these are not liquid safe. These are cloth gloves, but yeah, in terms of feelings, when you're just working with some mechanical stuff, these are these are much better. Like ventilation, you know. So yeah, driver was installed. It's working. Let's check the GPU Z. We should see all the memory. We should see one backslane because it's a riser, of course. So yeah, we have 10 gigabytes of memory. Yeah, by the way, that's something that I'll show you later, and that's something that someone said on previous stream, based on the marking on GPU itself, on the core die. This is a 10 gigabyte version, but this board particularly has a 12 gigabyte soldered on, because the board is from China, so the core was soldered, the memory was soldered, so it's a mess. They just throw everything on that board, like all the 12 gigabytes, despite only 10 gigabytes are used by this core, but still. So let me quickly run the full mark just to make sure that the core is okay, just for a few seconds, you know. I hope it won't shut down and we'll be able to... Oh, it shut down. Okay. Why? It's still working. I mean, the power supply is still working. I suppose the GPU just died. Okay. Okay, so it's either something is wrong with driving these phases. I want to understand what exactly just died. Obviously, something has died. So it's too early. It's too early to congratulate me. Let's use the power supply again. Yeah, it actually happens because the state of this board, I'll show you later under a microscope. The state of these boards is just all full. There are just blobs of solder instead of fuses. Maybe that's the reason it just dies. Let's see. Let's see. Let's plug in the refunds. Yeah, it was not my not my purchase. Some local guy just bought it from Aliexpress. It just died on his hands. Yeah, I just got it from him. Bought it from him on my local Facebook marketplace. Let's see. Let's see if we have any voltages now. I'll put a 2 amps limit just to be sure. It still draws the current, so okay. Let's put 4 amps limit. 2.7. By the way, we had the same current draw before initially when the DR mouse just died. Oh, I didn't turn off the oscilloscope. Let's quickly check that same phase, because if the same phase just died, then something is definitely wrong with either some feedback, or I don't know. Now we have a proper PWM signal here, so it's not related to this phase right now. Okay, let's put the heatsink back. Let's check the other phases. I suppose we do have the voltages right now, because I think we do. Yeah, we have PWM on other phases. Let's quickly check all the other phases. Okay, 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 okay. On this side, everything is good. Let's check on this side. I hope you guys see, yeah, you see the oscilloscope, okay? I'll catch up with the chat a little bit later. I want to focus on this thing for now. Okay. 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 So yeah, we have all phases working properly. I suppose I didn't check this memory phase. Let me quickly check it. Yeah, it's okay. So in terms of power, it should be okay. Let's maybe just turn on the test bench again. I'm not sure what could it be for now. Maybe some memory chip just died. Maybe something else. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, James, you're right. It's better to fail here rather than in some customer's PC. But yeah, as I said, I doubt I will sell this board just because of that state. I'm not sure I'll be able to give a warranty, at least for that crack. I'm not sure I want to grind it. But yeah, we'll see. Let's plug it back to the test bench. Okay, some cooler. Yeah, here it is. Let's put a cooler on. Let's turn it on and let's see if it works. It may actually work. It may just won't handle the load. In this case, if it just cannot handle the load, we should check with the thermal camera or the DRMOS. Maybe some DRMOS, some other DRMOS is almost dead. It actually happens on this board, on those revisions which has that capacitor, if you know, C920, that third phase from the top. They're almost dead and may just like work, but as soon as you give it some load, it just crashes. I had some boards with these symptoms. So yeah, let's see. Will it work? Yeah, it gives us the picture. Okay, so in this case, I'm not sure I'll be able to run full mark, at least to give some proper stress testing. At least let's load the windows. Let me show. Let's load the windows and just see what are the temperatures across the phases. Where is the small thingy? Oh, here it is, the adapter. Oh, in this glow, I can't use the phone. I can use the phone with these glows, but I have to press a little bit harder to make it work. Good. Oh, it's not working again. Is it? Wait a minute. Because I remember for sure I was trying to run Windows and then it seems it's just rebooted. Why could it reboot? Because of, I don't know. Oh, yeah. It rebooted again. Okay, so let's see in thermal camera. What's the situation with phases? I see that the topmost, and it's probably MVVDD, it's a core. I'm not sure. What's happening? Give me a second. What's rebooting all the time? So it's obvious that something is wrong with power, but let's see. The bottom one is a memory. This is also memory. Where's my plastic thingy? Yeah, so this one is memory, this one is memory. So these temperatures are okay for memory chokes. Everything else looks, I'd say that it looks even. I don't see any major issues on these phases at least. All the DR moss are working okay on this side. I can't remember from the top of my head which one was this choke. Was it a memory? Probably that's a memory. But this one is MSVDD, by the way. And it's definitely more hot than the others. Let's adjust the focus. Yeah, I don't like how this particular phase looks like. It's a MSVDD. These 3 button phases are MSVDD. And it's definitely more hot than the others, than the other 2. Probably this DR moss is also almost dead. Maybe that's our issue because it can't handle the load. It just shuts down. That's the only reason I can see for now. What's on the other areas of the board? I don't see any major issues there. Looks okay, looks good. So yeah, it seems to me that we have to replace another DR moss on this side as well, because this is not good. That one might be memory as well. KT-ROM, do you mean the upper one? Yeah, probably that's memory, but these 3 bottom ones are MSVDD, that's for sure, because we were checking it on the previous stream. Like this one is memory, then 3 more are MSVDD, and the rest are NVVDD. This one is memory. So these bottom 3 are MSVDD, and one is definitely more warm than others, than the other 2. So that's definitely an uneven heat. I tend to think that this DR moss is almost dead. That's why we have issues with like underload. Better. Try to connect the thermal master to the computer. Yeah, I probably should. The only issue right now is this: I do not have enough USB ports available on this streaming PC, because everything is there, like multimeter, power supply, all the capture cards, like 3 or 4, no, 2 USB ones. So yeah, I'll get a USB hub, and then I'll be able to plug it to the computer. Yeah, let's shut it down. Third one is memory. Are you sure? Because the third from the bottom, as far as I remember from previous stream, it was MSVDD, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me quickly find the board view. Schematics, board view, gigabyte, 3080, Aorus. Yeah, let's use Aorus. Screen. So let's check. The upper one's probably yeah. That's a frame buffer, so memory. This one is memory. The 4th one is memory, not the 3rd one. The 3rd one is MSVDD. So these 3 on the bottom side are MSVDD. Yeah, on this side 3 as well. This one is frame buffer. Yeah, frame buffer. Memory. This one is memory. That's right. And these all the rest are NVVDD. So yeah, for now it seems to me at least that we should also replace this DR moth on an SVDD phase. What do you think? At least it will be easier on this side, because I definitely won't need to drill everything out as we did here. We can just quickly try to, so it's turned off, yes. We can quickly try to replace it. This was an Aorus board, because I do not have a board view for 3080 gaming, I suppose. Yeah, for 3080 gaming, I do not have a board view. And schematics as well. I have schematics for Aorus 3080 and gaming 3080 as well. So no board view for vision, or I had them. I think I had them on my main PC. For some reason, I don't have them here. That's weird, actually, because I was using these board views for my video for C90 capacitor, and I had for vision at least. I think I had a board view for vision. But yeah, anyway, the layout for phases are the same, is the same for Aorus boards, for Eagle boards, for gaming. So in this case, we can actually just do a quick check with the multimeter, check the resistance. Well, we won't probably see a big difference, but still. Resistance. Can you see it? Oh, it's both way. What? What's wrong with my overlays again? Come on. Paired. What? Give me a second. Something is wrong with my overlays. Connect. What? Well, reboot my multimeter. Something is wrong with USB connections today. Should be good now. Connect. Why does it says it's paired? It's not paired, come on. Oh, yeah, now it's paired, good. Resistance. Yeah, vision is the same as Eagle in gaming, and in terms of phases, the same as Aorus. Devil, hey man, Devilix. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. I'm actually somewhere near to finalizing the stream. To wrap it up, I just want to try to replace the DR moss, because yeah, as I said before, I usually try to stream 3 to 4 hours for now. I'll be able to do it for a longer time later, as my streaming endurance grows. So yeah, these are different phases. What? Sorry. Okay. Okay, these are different phases, so... So, this is MS VDD, oh, no. It's probably NVVDD. These are the same phases. This is a different phase, probably MS VDD. But this one, yeah, looks like memory. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so these two are MS VDD. This one is memory, it seems. Let's double check with this one, for example. Yeah, that's a memory phase. Okay, so you're right. KT-ROM, this is a memory phase, so that's not our issue, it seems. That's why it was kind of hot, because like these are memory phases. That's interesting. What can be wrong then if it fails under load? We can try to maybe check with the thermal camera at the moment when it boots, either to Windows or in full mark. Maybe something will glow more. That's probably the easiest thing to try. Yep, that's right. Chat is the best friend when you try to repair something. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of experienced folks. It's always good to have someone near you when you do some complicated stuff. Where is my cooler? I doubt it can be because of fuses, of course, no. By the way, maybe we should also check the BIOS, because considering the board is from China, it can have any kind of VBIOS. And gigabyte boards especially, they are pretty, sensitive to proper VBIOS. I know a lot of cases with previous generations at least, where wrong BIOS could bring a lot of troubles, specifically with gigabyte boards, for some reason. Have you downloaded NVR's board view on this? Yeah, of course. I have all the NVR's board view. I have some additional board views which he does not has from some Russian sources, some paid sources as well. So I should have this board view. I'm not sure why I do not have them on this streaming PC right now, but I'll check my main computer later, main PC. So. Okay, so where's our thermal camera? I want to see the entire process. Oh, rough. Good. Let's power it up. Maybe. I mean, usually that level of GPUs, like 3080s, 3090s, I was always able to test them with this guy. It was able usually to hold for, I don't know, half a minute without any issues, up to like 80 degrees on full mark. So I'm not sure that the stock cooler will make it better, but still, considering the state of this board, I mean, it can be possible. Everything is possible. With a crack on PCB, with everything soldered, you never know. Babs, hey dude, good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Your Russian becomes better. Oh, what? What? Like what? Blue screen of death. Hey, maybe it's because of the Windows itself. It tried to boot before and it failed. So I should probably just reboot it. Intro to try again. Let's try again. Yeah. Actually, oh, I didn't have the opportunity to check the thermal camera. I wanted to answer you. Actually, Russians usually do not say "Привет, друг." That's something, pretty weird. It sounds like, robotic. Will it boot, please? Yeah, it will. Okay, so let's see how the thermal will look like when it tries to boot into Windows. Will we have some glowing spots? Nothing out of ordinary for now. The memory is hot as hell, which is expected. The memory phases are hot, which is expected. What's the temperature here? We might try to actually, yeah, to assemble the stock cooler. Because yeah, other side of the board is also, I don't see any areas, you know, when it's something on the other side, you can see. What is it? Yeah, that's a PVM controller. It's expected. MS3D becoming a little bit more hot right now, these three phases. But yeah, other than that, they're more or less even. Yeah, maybe let's try to assemble it back and see, because for now. So what do you say for friends? What do we say for friends? It's usually just привет, здорово. Without, you know, привет, друг. That's weird. That's creepy. Do you remember Kapusta? Some local memes, dude. Mm-hmm. I try learning Ukrainian, so hard. Yeah, like all the Slavic languages, I suppose, are pretty hard to learn because a lot of, you know, rules, exceptions, etc., etc. So yeah, as far as I know, Russian is considered one of the most like complex languages out there. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, maybe I'll just. Oh, I forgot to switch the scene. So let me probably quickly show what I was meaning by board condition. So yeah, the board from Aliexpress or something, like fluxes everywhere. Core was soldered. Memory codes are different, so the memory is just a bunch of everything. It's as you can say in Russian, kapusta. So yeah, flux, all the garbage. Like these are our fuses. One fuse is okay. The other one is properly calibrated as well, as you can see. A good old fuse. So yay, yikes. Caps are melted. So yeah, good condition. Board from China. Yeah, the crack, which was repaired by some Chinese repair guy, which decided that we don't need to repair this crack. So yeah, no cap here. By the way, maybe, well, they are of course redundant, and that's not our issue. Like one missing cap here. Yeah, and another one, another calibrated fuse here. So yeah. The board is good. Скажи, пожалуйста, хочу купить видеокарту БУ, как ее лучше проверить, чтобы она не перегрета была. К сожалению, это никак не проверишь, была она перегрета или нет. То есть я видел огромное количество карт после майнинга, которые выглядели идеально. Даже опытный глаз их фиг отличит. Поэтому нет, это лотерея. К сожалению. Самое главное, это если ты разберешь ее и посмотришь на чипы памяти, да, надо смотреть, чтобы они не были вообще коричневые в хлам. Yeah, sorry guys, I'll answer in Russian because the question was in Russian. Maybe I'll be able to show it in some examples. Maybe I won't be able. So not sure I have any. Oh, more or less fresh. Maybe, or maybe not. But yeah. Yeah, they both are green brown. Like this one is definitely more. Вот этот чип явно был горит намного сильнее, чем вот этот вот, да, то есть ты видишь разницу. Это коричневый в хлам, этот еще, ну, более-менее. So yeah, the difference between the boards from mining, it's not always like some consistent difference, because I've seen a lot of boards from mining in pretty perfect condition. You cannot like say that, yeah, they're from mining. No, they look good. But yeah, memory is something that gets really brown. I have to say the shit is so convenient. No, I won't buy. What? Do you need another BIOS for mining? You do not actually necessarily need another BIOS for mining. It's usually was the thing for mining for GPUs which were used in mining, which had, for example, Samsung memory or some other kind of memory, which could be really overclocked pretty well. So you had to adjust timings in memory. There was a BIOS editor, for example, for Polaris boards like Radeon RX 400, RX 500 series. There was an editor for BIOS where you could adjust all the deeper timings for your memory. So yeah, it was a thing. You should have probably edit your BIOS to get a higher hash rate, thanks to these timings. And with that BIOS, you couldn't run Windows properly because they were not signed. And Windows system which verifies the drivers couldn't verify the driver and couldn't use like the full resolution. It was just an identified board, you know. But yeah, it helped for mining, of course. I have some experience in mining and Sci-Henge, by the way, as well. We did some stuff in our garages, but it was long ago, you know. Yeah, some funny memories. What are these jokes, guys? Gopniks. Yeah. Some Slav squats. Slavic memes. Yeah. It's a funny thing. Abibas trousers and everything. So, oh, by the way, yeah. The thing which I mentioned before, this GPU, as was already mentioned, it has a demarking, which means one of the memory channels is disabled. We have 12 memory chips, like 12 gigabyte memory chips, but in Windows you could see in GPU Z that it shows 10 gigabytes. So two memory chips like A, B, C, D. These two memory chips are they're just there. They do nothing actually. They are not used. Okay, so let's not cool them down. Let's move that thermal pad. And they're it's a mess. Do we have a fix? Spent a good half hour Soldering the SMD resistor on the GPU chip. Yeah, actually, soldering a SMD resistor to GPU chip is a damn hard thing. Probably you're meaning capacitors, like these things around the die are capacitors, not the resistors. But yeah, the thermal mass of GPU is damn high. Like soldering these caps without any preheating, it's tough. I'll use a crying out. I could have used probably that white silicone thermal paste because whatever, it will survive some minutes with 4 mark, but yeah, still I'll use proper paste just because. I think it's pretty okay. It will be spread out by the pressure of the cooler itself, so I won't try to spread to all the edges, all the sides. Porter isn't even Russian. Why? I mean, my family language is Russian. Like, yeah, I was born in Latvia. I lived my entire life in Latvia, but I still was born in a Russian-speaking family. So, yeah, it's my family language. We speak with my wife, with my kid, using Russian. But yeah, I know Latvian, I know Russian. I use English for my work, for my job. What's wrong with these wires? Yeah, these connectors. Yeah. Okay. Where are all these screws? It seems I've lost all the screws from these boards. Did I? Whatever. I'll take some from 3060 board. Probably. What about renting GPU for AI? Is that worth it? I know that some folks actually do that. I don't know if like they do that for life, but I know they do. So it seems it's worth it, but you know you need a lot of hardware to do it on a proper level. Something is wrong with different. Oh yeah, I see. Should it be better? The wires, the cables. It's okay here. Yeah, that adapter Gigabyte uses is just a shitty shit. Other than that, it should be okay. Sorry. NVIDIA has added limits on cards to stop people from overbuying. Dave Alex, do you mean the LHR thing, the mining times, or something else? Because yeah, there were LHR cards with lower hash rate. Well, it helped actually, up to some extent at least, because probably it wasn't bypassed. I've heard that someone managed to get NVIDIA's key, signing key, to make custom BIOSes, but it was never public. So I suppose maybe someone bypassed that limitation, but yeah, not publicly at least. I like the board were mainly used. Yeah, that's heating mat is actually cool for soldering with iron because you always have your board preheated. You can work with your soldering iron without without any issues, almost. On GPUs, it's a little bit harder because GPU itself has a huge thermal mass, and yeah, it's a tough job to work with soldering iron, even with that kind of preheater. So, but with I don't know, with Nintendo Switches, with all these smaller PCBs, it's awesome. It helps a lot. Because even on Nintendo Switch, when you, for example, install the Picafly mod, when you solder to the GPU pins, like to these two caps, it's pretty easy to get bad soldering, improper soldering, without any heat. Because with your soldering iron alone, you won't be able to heat it up enough to melt all the lead-free solder on these caps, because one side is okay, which is like voltage. The other side, which is ground, it's pretty tough to get a proper, heating to get that lead-free solder melted properly. And yeah, with preheater, it's much easier. So I'll remove the riser. I'll use the card right in my test bench. Let's see if it will be better. And better. Maybe, maybe not. Damn, my wires are too short for that long GPU. I don't know if I'll be able to connect. I'll try. Oh yeah, this is a little bit longer. Give me a second. Would have been quite a leak. Yeah, it would have been quite a leak. So, if I'm not mistaken, it was done in Russia by some Russian guys, and yeah, it was a very expensive thing to get, and of course, nothing public. Based, if I'm not mistaken, based on that key, actually, these BIOSes were created with disabled memory channels. I'm not sure, 100% sure about that, but yeah, there are BIOS available for 30 series with disabled memory channels. And as far as I remember, it was related to that signing key. Think mat get hot. Does the bottom of the heating mat get hot? Like, does it make your desk hot? Yeah, of course. When I use that hot mat, that silicone pad gets pretty hot because it's not that thick. I'm not sure which part of this mat the heating elements are. Probably on the upper part, but yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, this mat gets pretty hot when I work with this thing. I have another mat with another structure. It has these legs here, so it's kind of ventilated when you use it. But yeah, it's I like it less because 120. This one is 130. This one is 120, and the density of these heating elements is higher on this one. And this one is like. So yeah, I use this one. Okay, let's turn down. Let's plug the HDMI. Let's see if it will be any better with a stock cooler. I don't know. Why there is an Overwatch logo on Core? Yeah, because that's one of my favorite games. I played Overwatch a lot, like a lot. But yeah, nowadays I don't have enough time to spend in game. Unfortunately, I would love to, but I know if I'll go to Overwatch, I'll stay there. I can't afford it. I just can't afford it, unfortunately. Yeah, I was streaming Overwatch, by the way. Psyhenge knows, and BMC knows as well. I was streaming Overwatch, Apex Legends for a little bit, some platformers, but yeah, that was for half a year, probably, maybe less. Good. 120, 130 degrees Celsius, not watts. I'm not sure about the power consumption, but the blue one was 120 degrees Celsius, and the gray one, which I'm using, is 130 degrees Celsius. So let's see if we will be able to run FurMark. At least, what's the temperature in idle? I want to see if we have a good contact with heatsink on the GPU die. Oh, well, it seems we do. What about the FurMark? Oh, no. Okay. And by the way, coolers are not working for some reason, so they are just not spinning. That's something I've noticed just now. Despite all the connectors are the... Oh, no. They do when it boots up. Interesting. Maybe let's... I don't know. Is there any good reason to try to run mods? I'm not sure there is, but at least maybe we could try test number, I don't know, 2. I remember the Apex times, missed the Overwatch film. Yeah, Apex times were fun. So, yeah, memory, as expected, actually. It's working, it's okay, it's fine. I want to run mods with test number 2, which is GPU heavy. So, oh, yes. 5, 120, oh, not skip RAM testing it. We don't need it because we use that card. Anyway, yeah, let's just try test 2. And no, oh, wait, what? Aliexpress bus error. Wait a second, maybe it could be related to PEX voltage, PEX controller. Maybe something is wrong with that thing. I think like it reboots. Well, no, probably not, because if it was related to PCI Express controller, then it would have stayed in Windows without reboot. It just loses connection with GPU, but it stays in Windows. In our case, we have a reboot, so it's definitely related to some main power rails, like either NVVDD, MSVDD, or NVVDD. It would be good actually to have a debugger logic analyzer connected to this board to understand which voltage rail goes away when we have reboot. Without the logic analyzer, I'm not sure we will be able to reliably understand what's wrong with this board. I have a logic analyzer. I'm not sure I'll be able to connect it here now, because I have to find it in some box and find the software and find a lot of stuff related to that thing. But other than that, I'm not sure we'll be able to reliably understand what's wrong with this board right now. Let me catch up with the chat. So yeah, Overwatch is a warm memory. Temp reporting correctly. Let me double check. I'm not fully sure, because when I just launched the GPU Z, I've seen that we had 30 degrees on the core. Maybe we could actually check the power consumption. Maybe something is wrong with power monitor, you know. Let's try to go to Windows once again. So as soon as you try to use it, it restarts. It actually restarts even without stress test. Before, when we were trying to run it without heatsink, like with just a cooler, it could reboot right in Windows, like when it tries to boot Windows or anywhere else. Oh yeah, as you can, yeah, you couldn't see it. Just right now, it was trying to boot into Windows. I've already seen the splash screen, like Windows and everything, and I just rebooted. So yeah, obviously something is wrong with one of main power rails. Maybe we got some thermal overt signal raised by some of DRMOS, and because of that, PVM controller shuts the power down. But without, let's try again, yeah. But without logic analyzer, we won't be able to consistently detect what's the reason, because you will have to check a lot of, a lot of stuff on a live board, which is very inconvenient. I would rather like to solder on the logic analyzer to some main points and see what's missing. Fan was not controlled. Maybe any sensor issues. No, the fans were spinning when it was booting on, like on the very beginning. So the fans are working. They're just not enabled, not spinning right now in Windows because the temperature is not high enough for them to kick in. If I run, for example, Afterburner and manually enable the coolers, let me try, they should actually spin. Yeah, they're spinning right now because my Afterburner is set to like higher curve, manual curve. What about sensors? Yeah, we have core temperature, hotspot, memory temperature, everything is there. What about the power consumption? Power monitor is working, probably. Board power draw, it's correct. Like, yeah, from power monitor, I don't see any issues there. The voltage, it's a little bit low, probably, but for idle, it should be okay. By the way, PAX 8. The board right now is in PAX slot, like all 16 lanes should be there, but we only see 8. So some of the PCI Express lanes are either damaged inside the GPU or we are missing some caps from PCB. That's something I'll check later. Does that keyboard have a caps lock indicator? Let me try. Yes, it does, it seems. It has a caps lock indicator, right? When you are going to make a keyboard mouse setup that connects to PCI, it would have to be a way faster than polling, right? What do you mean? That connects to PCI? Faster than polling, right? I'm not sure I understand the context of your question, Babs. You said something about BIOS before to try to flash other than one. Actually, yeah, we could try this. Sometimes there are issues with Gigabyte BIOS, but to be honest, with these globes on, I cannot use a touchpad on this keyboard. With this situation which we see right now, I actually doubt that we have any issues with BIOS, but that's a possible thing to check actually. Viable thing to check. BIOS version. Okay, let's quickly try to refresh it, just to, I don't know, just to be sure. If we'll be able, because it may just restart at random point in time. Some other tools. Well, where was it? Tech power up. Tech power up. Oh damn! I could have shown the screen. Why am I here? Oh no, it's test bench. Come on, yeah, this screen. So we have a 3080 board, NVIDIA, Gigabyte, 3080, 3080. Now the BIOS version is 80F7. Yeah, there is a BIOS with that version for Gigabyte for gaming OC, so it looks valid. Oh, wait. This is not a gaming board, this is a vision board. This is a white vision board. Still, I'm not sure it's the issue, but the VBIOS right now is not the correct one, at least not from this board. So I'll catch up with chat. Nice, I want similar keyboard for testing laptop. Like a gaming setup for keyboard and mouse, not into USB, but into PCI. PCI would be way faster. Could you be on? Well, probably, yeah. Probably now I understand what you mean, Babs. I'm not sure it will make much of a difference compared to the speed of USB keyboards and mouse. To be completely honest, USB is a pretty quick interface for that kind of thing, at least for human input, let's say. I'm not sure the PCI will give you any benefits in terms of speed compared to USB. It will be, of course, a little bit faster potentially, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Gamers are always looking for edge in performance. Well, just, you know, from marketing standpoint, you can say that, yeah, my keyboard is like the fastest, has a lowest reaction time and everything, but I mean, I don't know if that's enough to to get some market, you know, niche. So okay, let's get back to our BIOS. So we need a BIOS for vision board, not for gaming board. Like in this case, we have a BIOS from gaming board on this GPU. It could be the reason, maybe, but yeah, with previous generation, for sure, it could have been the reason. Like for example, for 10 series, it could have been the case for sure. With 30 series, it's rarely related to BIOS. I tend to think something is wrong with one of DRMOS, which just raises up the thermal alert signal, and PVM controller just shuts down the power. But to find out which DRMOS is, we either need a logic analyzer or just swap all the DRMOS. Considering the state of the board, maybe the condition of the board, maybe it's a good way to do, the good thing to do, to just replace all the DRMOS, and that's it. Sometimes people just do it as a quick solution, like they just replace all the power-related stuff, and that's it. With these, you know, flaky issues. Okay. Oh damn! They clicked reset. No. Vision. Let's try to find it. Oh, what's that? Come on. Did they press some hotkey? Okay. Vision. How many vision BIOS do we have? 8 BIOS. We could check the frequencies and pick the lowest one if there is any difference. I don't see any difference actually. They are all the same, right? Yeah, they are all the same. Vision OC, Vision OC. We can probably pick any of them. Which one is that? Oh, what's with my scroll? Yeah, that's the correct board at least. Yeah, let's try this one. Why not? USB is plenty fast. It is the polling that's the bottleneck. I remember, I remember the older times when we had these PS2 mice with very low polling time, and there was a tool, like a lot of tools, to adjust the polling time for PS2 mice, and yeah, all the cyber sports dudes were using these tools to increase the polling time. Like the default one was, I think, 200 ms or even less. You can set like one, like, or one, or was it like 800 ms, and you could set like 200 or even lower, and get a better response. But yeah, these were very, very old times. PS2 mice. I'm not sure I've seen them recently. But I probably have somewhere like PS2 keyboard and PS2 mouse. Downloads. This is our BIOS. So where is my flashing stuff? Oh, by the way, I can. This is my previous repair bench. Maybe I have the board view here. Just I'll quickly check. Gigabyte board view, 3080. Yeah, 30. Ti Vision. Okay, that's for Ti. No, probably in this PC it's also not the case. Well, yeah, I'll later check on my main PC. Doesn't matter right now. So, NV Flash, NV Flash, NV Flash. This one is, yeah, probably the NV. Damn, I can't see anything on that second monitor. Come on. Flash K minus P. Which one was the name? P. Okay, ID mismatch. Yes, I agree. Yes. Oh, I should have probably saved the original one. But it's too late. Okay, okay. Makes us feel so old. Oh yeah, that makes us feel so old. You are right. Sweet nostalgia. What I don't missing about the old mice was cleaning the lint off the wheel rolls. These bold mice were, it was something, yeah. All of that fur on these rolls. Funny thing. Okay, let's reboot and see if it changed something. I highly doubt that it will help with this issue, but why not? Maybe. I should have had a smaller frame of that test PC. Give me a second, maybe I'll be able to quickly find it. Because switching here and there, maybe this one, let me check. Oh, wait. Windows. HD60 Pro, okay. No, for some reason I can see it. I don't know. Oh. Don't tell me my OBS just crashed. Come on, please, no. Oh, yeah, I did. Nice. That's what I wanted to see. Yeah, cool. Not switch back and forth, to that PC screen. I have that smaller screen. At least you will be able to see if it restarts. there were one Counter-Strike tournament. Guy was so pissed off losing. He took out ball and threw it over the table to the opponent's monitor guy, and his team was banned from events. Yeah, they were actually pretty heavy, these balls. Like heavy, big, heavy balls. Was it a game or game of Pong? That would be amazing. Yeah, it would be amazing to play some Pong with these balls. But pretty dangerous, I must say. So, we should have the driver installed pretty soon because it's a new VBIOS and it detects as a new GPU. So we have to wait until it installs the driver. Okay, it's installed the driver. Let's see. Maybe I'll try to run it with Afterburner enabled, like with fans spinning. Yeah, the temperature is a temperature. Your video is glitching with the menu view open. Do you mean the entire picture? I wasn't checking the stream monitor, so I'm not sure. What are you talking about, James? What do you mean? What it shows? Yeah, what about the PEX lanes? Yeah, it still shows 8 lanes. So in this case, it didn't help. And yeah, let me try to mark. Will it work? Probably not. No. So yeah, as we can see, will it successfully boot after this reboot? Oh, video on start. Yeah, at some point when I was trying to bring that smaller screen into OBS, yeah, it actually stuck for me as well, the entire OBS. Yeah, I have a picture, but right now, yeah, it should work okay, hopefully. So in the end, as I said, we have some issue with power, so we either should use a logic analyzer or just swap all the DRMOS on this board and that's it. Maybe that's actually the case because let me show you the condition of this DRMOS again, because some of them were soldered. If the previous owner was messing with the board, it's possible they replaced parts with non-spec components. Well, I'm not sure about that because the DRMOS actually were mostly intact, like the original ones, the factory ones. At least checking the soldering around the DRMOS. One or two were replaced. One which was replaced by me today. So let's quickly check under the microscope what's with the DRMOS, but I believe they are mostly original ones. Let's get a closer look. This one looks like factory solder. This one was replaced for sure. This one was replaced by me today. This one looks, yes, it was also replaced. Or was it? No. Yeah, this the right lower pin on the right is me trying to use an oscilloscope probe on it. So yeah, other than that, it wasn't soldered. This is a factory solder, factory. This one is a factory, probably. On this side. Yeah, I think that mostly they are. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, it was soldered. Obviously, there's a bowl, dirty bowl. Yeah, and the next one was also soldered. So these two definitely were soldered. This bolt shouldn't be here. There is not enough solder here. Yeah, the others are factory soldered. Oh, damn it. Again, just thermal paste. So two phases here were replaced, two phases here were replaced. Other than that, they are factory soldered. But still, considering the entire condition of the board, I'd say that maybe it's a good solution to just swap all the DRMOS here, because I do not trust I do not trust them. We can try to replace them one by one. We can try to spend time analyzing the thermal overt signals for like PVM controller from these DRMOS, but I believe it will just take longer than replacing all the DRMOS. I should have some donor boards with proper DRMOS. These were 55 amps, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Which was it? BKU. Oh, it's a 60 amps. 60 amps. I'm not sure I have enough of 60 amp DRMOS, but probably that's better than trying to. I'm not even sure we'll be able to do it with properly with Logic Analyzer. Usually, people just replace all the DRMOS in case of these flaky issues. Lagging video. Let me check dropped frames. No, I don't have any dropped frames. That's weird. Huh? Audio as well, video and sound. Is it still lagging? FPS is lower and audio glitch. Maybe it's because as I said, OBS at some point just stuck, just froze for some 10 seconds and then unfroze and unstuck. So maybe something is wrong with OBS with the current process. Given running in 8x. By the way, yeah, about that 8x, let's quickly check the caps on the other side. Core. I'm not sure about the core in this specific case, because usually when you have a reboot on load, that's more about the power rails, not about the GPU itself. At least from my experience. Yeah, something is definitely wrong. Probably the stream is slowly dying. Like 3.5 already, yeah? Okay, so probably we will wrap it up soon. Let's quickly check the caps. Microscope. Not sure if it's solder or just some dirt, like flux or dirt. But yeah, anyway, looks more or less okay. So no missing caps on data lanes. No damage, no trace damage. The pads themselves are scratched a little bit, that's okay. Other than that... Oh, what's that? I mean, that's not an issue, that's just another side of VIA for internal layers, but that's definitely interesting. Okay, okay. On this side, I do not see any major issues, any damage. On the other side, let's quickly check the traces. Yep, no trace damaged. Well, except that all the mess around the GPU. I mean, there are some potato chips probably, maybe something else. Okay, so the data lanes themselves are okay. We can try to check them in demo, but I'm not sure it's necessary right now. I mean, it won't affect the stability of the card, of the GPU under the load. It's usually related to the RMOS themselves. Yeah, at least up to my taste, I'd replaced all the DRMOS because considering the condition, they are half dead probably. Half dead, half alive. The problem is that you don't know how good their soldering was. Even just redoing a clean install of the MOSFETs would be worth it. Well, maybe, but I'm not sure that just desoldering them and soldering them back and then seeing the same picture again is something I would like to see. I would like to probably just buy a bunch of new DRMOS. I'm not sure that I have enough of 60 amp DRMOS and just replace them all because yeah, dealing with these cards, especially with this crack, which I'm not sure is was done properly. Maybe some issues there as well. So who knows? I'll probably end up with opening that thing and trying to see if it was properly repaired. But yeah, other than that, I'm not sure we will be able to deal with it today. I'll just order a bunch of these caps. I have some, like maybe 5 or 6 of these 60 amps, like new ones. I do not have them on donor boards. Yeah, a lot wrong. Like the board from AliExpress, what else to expect? I think it's even bent like a lot. Not sure if you will be able to see that on camera. Let's try. Well, not that bad, but still, it's bent. On this side, it's even more, like it's like a screw. So, okay, what do you think, guys? I'll just order a bunch of these DRMOS because I needed them anyway. I'm running out of them because of that problematic third phase on these boards. I have to replace them pretty often, so I had them like 20 probably of these DRMOS, 60 amp DRMOS. Now it's only 5 left or something. I have to order new ones. I probably order some 20 or 30 pieces, and then we can continue with these boards. That's how it is. Some pressure around the crack area and see if that causes a crash. I honestly would like to avoid trying to do it with this specific repair because like I had a lot of examples with these cracks where 12 volts rail gets shorted there, and if the repair is not good enough, you can end up with getting a short on 12 volt rail, for example, or some other important rail, and it will bring some damage. I would like to avoid trying to just, bending this GPU, trying to understand if it helps anyhow, and end up with that GPU, that core, or something like that. Like PAX controller, if if you get on the short there, then GG. So up to my taste, I would like to replace the RMOS and see how it goes. What do you think, guys? It's almost 4 hours. I'm afraid I won't be able to touch the second GPU today. As I said, we wanted to reball the core on this board, but it probably will require a little bit more time than half an hour. It will probably take some hour to take everything apart, to remove the compound around the chip, to remove the chip, to reball, to place it back. I have a donor board, by the way. I'm not sure if it's a donor board or it's a fixable one. It's also 3060 Ti. I believe it has some issue with memory, so maybe it's fixable, maybe it's just a donor for GPU, for example, if in this case we will have an issue with the memory controller for that chip which we tried to replace. So yeah, anyway, I have a donor, just for the case. Oof. Other than that, yep, I'll order a lot of these DRMOS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, yeah, some 15 DRMOS on this. For this board, I probably order some 30, just to be sure, to have some in stock. Okay. Huh? Feel like a good plan. Yeah, hope it will fix it. Yeah, I also have hope, because usually with these kind of issues, it's usually related to one of the RMOSs, which just is dying and sending a thermal over signal. That's it. But finding out which exactly is it is not a productive thing to do usually, because most probably, if one of them is dying on that kind of board, the others are in kind of similar conditions. So we will fix one, and in a few weeks, the other one will do the same shit, the same stuff. So it's just better to replace all of them. That's it. Okay, yeah, I think that that's it for today. Unfortunately, this card takes a lot of time, but at least we know that it works. It works now. The core is working. The memory is working. Like, it can be fixed. We will still have to wash it properly after all of that. Like, from all that shit, I don't know, to put some fuses here, here to put back a cap. Maybe I'll even open that another crack I don't trust, because I see that crack. Let me quickly show you. So you see the crack, the missing cap is definitely something we should look into. I do not trust that Chinese repair. This thing is, yeah, is funny. Yeah, thank you, folks, for being here today. I think we'll wrap it up. I'll order a new DRMOS. On the next stream, we will get to this card, to this card. We will get at least one of them working. I'm pretty sure of that. It's either one or another, but yeah. We will do some core reball in the next stream using this little thingy. I have a proper, in this case, of course, I have a proper stencils, direct heat stencils. I'm not sure which one. Okay, anyway, I'll find the proper stencil, and yeah, reball in that case will be easy, quick and easy. Thank you, folks. Thank you for being here today. It was a pretty interesting thing. At least, yeah, I'm pretty happy that the board is working in general, because 3080 is a decent card. After repair, I'll be able to use it. Thanks, folks. Thanks for being here today, and next Wendy, we'll see each other again. Probably on this at this workbench, still at this workbench, because as I said, I'll do a series of building my new workbench, new workplace, and yeah. Thank you. Oh, yeah, probably I'll try to redirect again. Who is streaming right now? Let me quickly check. If you don't mind, stay for a few minutes, and yeah, I'll try redirecting. Is anyone streaming now from our repair community? Let's see. Oh, Mike is still streaming. Okay, Pigeon is streaming. Oh no, Pigeon is has a. Yeah, he's streaming. Yeah. Yeah, a lot streaming. Yeah, let it be Pigeon then. Okay. If you don't mind, safe. Thank you, folks. Have a good evening.